Welcome to Parker at BAUMA 2022. Now, one of the main themes here at the Parker booth is driving the energy evolution with a look at alternative fuels and hydrogen. And I'm delighted to have Steve Duricky here with me. He has spent 15 years exploring market trends in the transportation and construction industry and also developing those products for use with alternative fuels. Hi, Steve, lovely to have you here.
Thank you, glad to be here.
So one of the first things I'd like to ask you is, what are the trends that you're seeing in your area?
So I've really been focused on alternative fuels, and that's really been battery electric vehicles, hydrogen, and natural gas.
Okay, thank you. And so what challenges are your customers facing with those products?
So getting a reliable product that's going to work at the same amount of time and length that their current product, which is typically diesel, right? So we're switching them in a lot of cases from a diesel to a gas, right? So it's a little bit more challenging. Natural gas as well as hydrogen are stored at a much higher pressure on board, and it's also a little bit smaller molecule. So you want to make sure you have the proper sealing installed in the system.
Okay, so what are some of the highlights that Parker is showcasing here at the booth?
Sure, let's start with, so we've been really focused on natural gas probably for over 10 years. And here's some of the products. So this happens to be our high pressure CNG hose. This works to 5,000 PSI and is great for refueling CNG vehicles as well as on vehicle if you need to have a particular section of hose that you want to have vibration dampened or prevent noise from happening. You'll want to use a type of hose like this. In addition, we have what we call the FM80, which is a pressure regulator. This is also for compressed natural gas, and it'll take that 3,600 PSI gas that's stored on the vehicle down to about 20 PSI. In addition, we have an integrated filter. It's extremely important to make sure that the gas has no contaminants, no oil, nothing that could clog up the injectors. So this integrated system is a great solution for a lot of our customers.
Okay, what's the main problem that you're helping them solve with this solution here?
I think when it comes to compressed natural gas, because it's compressed, the compressors are using oil. And a lot of times that oil can get into the natural gas. So being able to clean that oil before it gets into the engine saves a lot of problems and headaches down the road.
Okay, thank you. What have we got here?
Okay, so as we transition from natural gas, now we're dealing more with hydrogen, right? That's kind of the new fuel, if you will. So we have a connection. This is called seal lock for hydrogen, also known as O-lock. And this amounts to a flat face seal with a special elastomeric seal that contains hydrogen. Because hydrogen is such a small molecule, and we're talking pressures of up to 700 bar or 10,000 PSI, it's extremely important to have a seal that's going to work, that will hold up over the life of the vehicle. A lot of off-road and on-road vehicles deal with a lot of vibration. So it's kind of important to have this type of connection on your system. The other thing that's really great about this is because it's two flat surfaces, the connection method creates a lot of torque. A lot of the OEMs prefer to have a torque assembly method when they're building their equipment. So,
okay, thank you, Steve. So Parker offers a solutions-based approach, which we see here very well in the innovations. What benefits do the customer have from that kind of approach?
I think it gives the customer some comfort knowing that we can handle everything as far as the fluid conveyance, the fluid control, and any type of filtration needed. So we know the whole system. We can help the customer, I think, the most.
Okay, thank you for sharing your insights, Steve. One final question for you. What is the sort of personal highlight here at BAUMA for you?
I'm just really looking forward to seeing some of the clean technologies that are being deployed and helping some of those customers out with our solutions.